we were smaller business when I first did, and then we doubled. Now I passed it off to Amy. She's my mentor in surgery, and she's going to start us off with some words.
First, I would like to thank, where's Laura? She's somewhere. Laura for bringing the program, great program.
Yes.
And introduced me to three lovely ladies that I had the pleasure to work with and mentor. Ranisha, Samaya, and Rita. She's not here. Raise your hand. My name is Amy Walker, and I'm from the OR department. I'm the junior department. I had a chance to converse with each one of the ladies, and during our many of our chats, I learned something about Ranisha. She doesn't eat. Samaya, she loves real horses. And Mia, she knows a lot about hair products, which I think that's and I say that to say thank you, ladies, for inviting me to your work. For all the city folk participants, you are your own platform, and I'm adding some encouraging words that will stick. When you fall off the path of greatness, or you think you might about to fall, I would like you to stand up tall and look in the mirror and say, you can do it. I will do it with both feet on the ground, taking one step at a time, and I will finish with a smile.
Okay, everybody. Hi, I'm Ashley. Hi. Okay, so now we're going to have a slideshow presentation from when the program had first got started with only 8 of us. So please turn your attention to the screen behind us. And I will be explaining each picture, well, not each picture, but each segment of the presentation to tell you guys about what's going on with the first year of FIFO.
saw that.
Awesome. All right, so what keeps them coming back, right? What do you think keeps them coming back and motivated to continue to do the work that they're doing, right? Nothing hits home for me like just listening to what you're all about to listen to, right? True stories that they have had, their personal experiences, and what motivated them to pursue a career in the medical field or to also pursue a career in another profession of their choice, right? So we're going to go around and each one of them is going to share their impactful story for you all so you can have some direct insight about the events that transpire in their lives on a day-to-day basis that motivated them, okay? We'll start.
Well, what motivates me to become a doctor was seeing all the patient interaction that the doctors have and all my rounds with the cardiologists and neurologists. I thought it was amazing how they broke down the procedures, broke down what the patient had, what they were going through, and they talked them through what they were doing. And then even working in the ED, seeing how people had to just get to work in an instant, that's also amazing for me to see. Just seeing how people are interacting with the outside world, helping others what they're trained to do. That's what motivates me.
My name is Kimberly. I work with surgery and rehab department, and I finished off working with wraparound services. My experience in General Hospital has been a great educational and career-wise experience. Being able to be part of wraparound services and helping patients with any racial background during their healing process from a trauma, injury, and mental health. I enjoy working with young people around my age to address the root of causes of violence. Being part of wraparound services made me realize the career path I want to take in criminal justice.
My name is Angel, and something that motivates me or keeps me coming back is like there's not a huge amount of diversity in even this hospital, I know that the hospital, there's not a huge amount of diversity, and like walking into a room with minority patients or African American family or just like people walking through the hallway, like you can see that they're kind of like proud of me for doing what I'm doing and being this young and being an African American young girl and actually taking advantage of opportunities like this. So I would like to keep doing this and keep pushing forward so that I can make sure there is more diversity in the future and that I'm part of that.
Okay, Dave.
Hi, my name is Kamara, and I work in labor and delivery and rehab. And what keeps me coming back and motivated is just being able to help. Because at first I didn't even want to like pursue anything in the medical field, but seeing like the C-sections and even going into rooms, like they just said, and seeing people who look like me, and even just like giving them ice or water and seeing how like their gratitude and you know, how proud they were of me really like made me want to pursue a career in the medical field.
Hi, my name is Amaya. I'm 16, and I work in labor and delivery, and I'm in the psych ward. I realized I wanted to be a nurse in postpartum when one of the nurses let me hold the babies while she looked at the breastfeed. All of the baby grandmas that interacted with them the same as I wanted to do.
Hi, my name is Fortunato Colalo. I'm 17 years old, and the departments I work in is the NICU and labor and delivery. So I'd still like to explore my career options in the future. But after working with the babies in the NICU, I feel like I want to consider a future in social work, specifically with like the youth, like the next generation. And something that inspired me to like consider this career option was holding a baby, and, like wondering what they would do in the future, you know, and like whether I could like scare them or uplift them, scare them or uplift them into like the right path and like online how to do so. And yeah, that inspires me. And another thing that inspires me too is like, not so much an inspiration, but more of a motivator. It keeps me out of the streets, this program, you know, it keeps me out of trouble. And like, and like, it gives my mom something kind of.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm 17, and what inspires me to work here at the General is like seeing patients who look like me. There are a lot of patients who come here for drugs and things that they could have been prevented. And I feel like as a person who, if I were a patient here, I would want somebody who looked like me taking care of me because they understand more of the background, the hard work that it takes to be a nurse and be black and be a person in America where society looks down upon me. So just being here and seeing how many people are proud of me and recognize that it's something that I really am truly serious about, something that I really want to take into my own hands and be serious and take action towards, especially that there aren't a lot of black people who work here, and just seeing the few nurses and doctors who are black, they really do encourage you to work hard, and they really do motivate me to work hard because if they made it out of the people who tried, there's so many other people who could have got the position, but they got the position. So just seeing them working so hard and being so diligent and coming over adversities makes me want to be a nurse.
Hi, my name is Aaliyah. I'm 15 years old. I work in labor and delivery and ED. Before I was working at General Hospital, I didn't know what I wanted to be, but I knew it had to do something with helping people. At the time I realized that I wanted to be a nurse in the ED was when they were doing CPR movements. They showed me like you could help people in different ways, and so it really showed me like I can make a change in the world. So that's why I wanted to be nurse in ED because so that it could help people get better. My name is Yolanda Flakes. I'm 16 years old and I've been working in labor and delivery and ED. And I'd just like to thank all the staff of General for giving us knowledge that we can use in our future careers, and then for also giving us knowledge that we can use throughout life. So, my true story happened in the last day, or on the last day of working on the floor, and it was in the ED. And I was just stalking rooms, it's a pretty simple task. And I walked into a room where there was an older African American lady laying in her room. And she asked me, are you a nurse? And I was like, no, not yet. I'm just a volunteer, but I'm going to be a nurse soon. And this interaction didn't just give the patient comfort, but it gave her pride to know that somebody like her, so young, could do things and accomplish big things that I hope to do. So this isn't the only experience that I've had that has led me to wanting to be a nurse student.
Hi, my name is Samaya. I'm 16 years old. I've worked in the nursing department and now I work in surgery. What inspires me the most to come back is the opportunity that I have. People my age don't really get this opportunity, and I know that this could benefit me in the future. I do want to pursue a career in medicine. I want to be a nurse in the medicine department. And I really want to thank Amy because I didn't really think surgery would be like that. I didn't think it was like that active, and it really is. And it shows like you can help someone by just smiling at them and keeping a conversation with them. So that's really cool.
Hi, I'm Brianna. I'm 16 years old, and I'm working in the emergency department for 2 years of being here. And what keeps me coming back is the workers. They always tell me how good of an opportunity this is and how they wish they had it when it was my age and how they're proud of me.
Right. That's very powerful, right? That's how important it is. Right?
afternoon, everybody. My name is Nia, and I'm 14 years old. And before I started the CFOS program, I wasn't really sure on what I wanted to do as a career. I didn't know if I wanted to go be a lawyer or if I wanted to be in the medical field. So when I got here, I have, wait, hold on. Oh, I've seen a lot of different, I have a lot of different experiences here. One of the most impacting ones is when an older man had died to a car accident, and I seen the doctors and the nurses and the NEAs all working together as one to help this man, and it really impacted me and made me realize this is something I want to be a part of.
Can we get one more round of applause just for the church?
Excuse me for not standing, but my knees hurt. I just want to say that I am so very proud of all of you guys. And I think this is a very excellent program for you guys. And you guys all done well. I know the 3 people that worked on the unit where I was, we all did a good job. But if one wants to get into this program, where does one go to?
Yes.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody here has started with Malik. So, was that Jack here? She actually placed us, well, first we would place Laura. We wanted Laura too because Laura's actually a volunteer. She does this for free out of her heart. That actually helps other kids get to places with child care, daycare, like the YMCA, Boys and Girls Clubs, so that is. So I think you started at the age of 14.
Really?
Yes. So hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
Perfect.
I want to introduce myself. My name is Elizabeth Gray, and I am the MICE coordinator. MICE stands for Mayor's Youth Employment and Education Program for Visitation Valley and Sunnyvale. I don't even know what to say about these kids. I'm so proud. So our program, we start them off at 14 to 15 in the fall, and 14 to 17 in the summer. So most of these kids, a lot of them, this is their second year here, second or third year here, yeah. So what we're trying to do with this program, with the MICE program and our sister program called YouthWorks, SF YouthWorks, is pipeline the kids into the program here at the hospital so that we can follow them. They can stay here, start when they're 14, transition to YouthWorks, and then stay until they're 18, and then go into their medical careers. I appreciate everybody here. I appreciate Laura so much. I appreciate you guys who have taken time to work with our kids. And I want to give the kids a shout out. I know I'm hard. You guys know me. And I expect certain things. None of you guys have let me down. I'm so super proud, and I'm glad to be here today. And congratulations on this.
Okay, so, okay, I was just having so many feelings. All the kids here and see everybody here celebrating them. My name is Lori. I work on the 7th floor in volunteer services. In volunteer services, there's a lot of volunteers in the hospital, and I think that's one of the nice things about San Francisco General is we have such a huge community involvement, in our hospital. But most of the people that I process up in our little 7th floor office, they're students going into college, or they're people with advanced degrees who kind of want to come back. Sometimes even retired folks. When my coworker told me about CFOS,
He told me about hospital-based programs that brings in kids who want to work in the medical field, so they can just like get their feet wet, and I have a son who was in high school not long ago. I thought it was great, I, like the kids, feel it's important to give back to the community, so I sent off an email. He told me who was helping out, who was involved, and I sent off an email, I think it was to Laura. She fired right back, come on, we could use the help. So when I met Chris and Lisette and Laura, it was just amazing. Like from our first meeting, just the heart that they have and the real dedication to seeing a shift, like a paradigm shift of diversity in the hospital. I mean, we're a hugely diverse city, and we know that that diversity, that reflecting diversity here is the best thing for our patients. So it was great. So working with the kids. There's a lot of valuable lessons, I think. We do questionnaires and surveys for them, right? There's a lot of valuable lessons that the kids have said in their own words that they've learned, like the importance of communication, how to remain positive and keep a professional manner while working, even if that's not how you feel inside. Humility, kindness, compassion, There's also been some challenging lessons from conversations, from what I've heard and seen. It's challenging to be a pioneer who goes into spaces that, where people may not have seen many folks like you or worked alongside many folks like you, people who are your age or people who are from your neighborhood, like these kids, you may not know inside that, you're willing, that you're willing and you're available and you want to be here and do the work, but, you're afraid that people won't welcome you, that people won't see the good in you. So our Sea Folks kids overcame that fear, and they showed up, and they gave their whole summer over to working in and for their community. And for that, I mean, I just, my hat's off to you. So they also had some suggestions. Okay. They also had some suggestions. I brought it. Okay. All right. We'll definitely disseminate the information, but I just want to take some off the top. Moving forward, they told us that we should let more people know who we are at Sea Folks. So when the kids in scrubs, so our black, brown kids in scrubs come onto the wards, people know who they are, and people can understand why they're there, and in that way they can widen their support base, and make those connections that are going to keep them successful all through until they get into their medical career. They asked to have more shadowing, with more specialties and more providers, so they can broaden the scope of the experiences that they can access in the program, which I think is amazing, and hats off to you guys for hosting our kids, I mean, it was just really special, really special. They suggested to increase, so for Sea Folks to increase our capacity as an organization so we can expand the program, they said get more organized, They said widen the curriculum so that when they get on the wards, when they get in the departments, they have a, everybody knows what they should do, and everybody has an idea of what kinds of activities that they should be doing, shouldn't be doing, so it's said. I think that's a great idea. And finally, it's to develop and deepen relationships with more departments, not only in San Francisco General, but with other public health facilities and programs in the city, like housing and urban health, research, disease prevention. So these kids can work in direct care and community care, and also in population and public health.
you know, so they can have the widest benefit to their community. You know, it's easy to dismiss youth as lacking substance. Some of the things that they said, some of the quotes from their questionnaires are things like, I am here to help my community. I am here to give back. I am here to give people care. One kid said they're inspired to pursue a career in healthcare because I see the staff of San Francisco General and all the work they do for the community. Yeah. These kids are not ungrateful, they're not unmotivated, and they're not spoiled. They're not glued to their screens most of the time. They're not violent, they're not out of control, and they're not statistics. When I look at these kids, I see our future, I see our peers, I see our coworkers, I see professionals, and maybe even my boss. That's right. Yeah. I see miracle workers, and I am really grateful. I am really, really grateful to have the privilege of being allowed to work with each and every one of you.
Thank you.
And now this is the time for our Q&A. You guys can ask us questions and we answer. And I also motivate you guys to write a card out and do a shout out on our shout out board. You can shout out us individually or collectively, save us with your questions. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions?
I'll let you know.
Please stand up.
I'd like to know, did anything this summer really surprise you? Did anything happen, you know, in your work that you just were completely not expecting? If anybody has a comment, it could be for anybody.
I'll start. Okay, so what surprised me the most about this hospital is how many different positions that there are at the hospital. And just seeing how everybody has a place here, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're a patient, you're the ones who keep the hospital going, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing how many people come together just to work one thing and how many different things affect each other. So it's like a nurse can't do anything without a doctor, and a nurse assistant can't do anything without a nurse, you know what I'm saying? So like even though we have some differences between each person, we can't do nothing without each other. And I think that's what's so important about working at a hospital is that you have to work with each other no matter what differences you guys have. You guys are working with each other. Working together is what keeps people healthy, what keeps the hospital safe. So that's what it is.
What department was the most demanding to you guys?
I have a question. So, what was your feeling with your peers when you, the very first week, when you went home and you were in scrubs? Your peers that were not in the program. How was the interaction?
People are surprised. They don't really think like kids our age would be working in the hospital. They always ask you, well, what do you do? Like, how is that helping you? Stuff like that. Like, what program is that? So, and then like some people actually give you gratitude. Like, I'm glad that you're in this program. Like, you move forward with this. And show that gratitude. And it's just a good opportunity. It's a breath of fresh air when someone starts to help you with the job.
So I am also in a different program, and I was there like half the years ago. And somebody's like, "Are you a doctor?" And I was like, "No, I'm not a doctor. I'm volunteering." But they also asked me like, "What program are you in?" And like how. What program are you in, and like how can I get in that program too? So I think that's really cool that other kids will do
Just to continue on.
Okay, this is gonna be fast. How it feels, it's crazy. I literally will go back from here to Hunter's Point, and people would be like, oh my God, are you a doctor? And I'm like, no. And it's just like seeing people who you literally have come from the same spot that you got to come here and then be so happy for you. I've been to JJ's and they be like, oh my God, you work at General? It's like, yes. It's so amazing to see people from your community that people from this point don't usually believe. And if you do, it's because you got a little bit of change and you find yourself a better way to get out of it. So seeing people that your mom knows, that your parents grew up around, people that you saw, people who raised you, people who saw you grow up, like seeing them see you and seeing how proud they are to see you, it's just amazing. It feels like you're giving back to your community because they're not going to have people who are in the family who are nurses who are doctors, or they wanted to be nurses and wanted to be doctors, but they couldn't because of their situation. So them seeing me coming from there and being here is just amazing to them. It's a great feeling.
I don't really have a chance to show anybody. Like when I'm in my scrubs, I just go to bed and I go home. But when I tell people that I work at General Hospital and they see that I'm 15, their jaws just drop. Like an example of this is I was at a party one time with other kids. We were talking about what we have for summer jobs. One girl was like, I work at a restaurant. Another girl was like, I babysit. And then I said that I work at General Hospital. And everybody at the table just stopped. They're just in awe that I'm a kid who's working at General Hospital, doing as much as I can to help others and to help the patients who come through and help the doctors and nurses who need it. So yeah, that's their reaction. Shock. Any other questions?
Hey, Yolanda, I'm 53. I still, first of all, thank you. It's just remarkable on so many levels. I was struck by Lori. She was talking about the various things that.
Wait, Laura, didn't you?
Lori.
I was gonna say, I'll take this.
When Lori was talking about the different roles that you all have in your work, but I think also when there's teachers, you guys are teachers for us. So I'm wondering, when you think about what you've seen in the hospital here, or you think about the people who work here, what are things that you think you could offer to us to find some kind of joy, and inspiration, and motivation that you all seem to find that would help us to kind of touch that same passion that you guys are showing us of how it works?
I'll start. I think so. The question is, what can we do to help you guys find the joy in the workplace?
Well said. Find joy in the workplace.
Yeah. I think what we can do personally is with the people who we work with, share our story, just talk, get to know each other. Because I'm gonna be working with you all summer. It makes no sense to not get to know you someday. With the doctors and nurses that I work with, I tell them I'm in high school. I'll tell them like, oh, I just finished my freshman year, and then they'll just get a smile on their face, and then recall their freshman year, and they'll just start sharing with me, remembering back to their youth, wishing I had a program like this. So I think how we can help them find joy is sharing, telling them our story, and us listening to their story, and just getting to know one another.
So, I don't know, or you don't remember, but I was working in ED, and I was shadowing a lady named Shirley, and she's in a meeting. And one of her goals is to go back to school and become a nurse. And she knows that I want to become a nurse too, so I think that seeing me and like striving to become a registered nurse gives her the motivation to be so awesome.
I think working in a hospital is difficult because a lot of our doctors, nurses go through a lot to see different things, and not every day you come in with a smile, but just having a conversation with someone can change just that moment. Like for example, Susie always comes in a good attitude, and she's such a good person to talk to. And just having people like that makes you change, makes you like, from being sad to happy. So I think Susie for all the time is very, even though she deals with
See a doctor, and my first time ever talking to them was yesterday, and they're here today, and it's because they were so welcoming to me and they were so inspirational to me. They told me that I could do it and that this is something that I was supposed to do, and so I feel like as a hospital, don't be in your shell so much. Just because your 9 to 5 shift is going to be over does not mean that you can't stop for 5 seconds and talk to somebody or check in with the patient or take you to the lunch lady to feed you every day or just, you know, just be a be more welcoming. You know what I'm saying? People go through so much stuff, and if you're in the hospital, it's not always for like the great things such for having you wait. So I feel like, you know, if you're here, give it up. You know what I'm saying? There's so many good things that are going on in your life that there isn't enough time to be sad about things that are happening now that are negative. So just even be more happier with your coworkers. You know, tell them thank you for helping me in that surgery. You know, I really needed your help. Thank you for being here to check that person in. You know, I really needed your help. Give back to people who are around you because we're not gonna all be here forever.
And there's nothing off the budget for that, too.
Are there any more questions?
Is this happening next year again?
Yes.
Happened in the school year too.
Yeah, it happens next year, but during the school year, we don't have the openness of departments as we do during summertime. So in the school year, we're most likely all ED. But this program hopefully will continue to even my kids so that they can work.
Services or?
Yes. We get paid minimum
Student
wage.
IE program. So that's important to know that. The thing I'll say is, Laura and her team put in a grant to essentially become a hospital foundation with hopes then to both sustain and as we're being encouraged by the students to expand the program. So we'll hopefully know in 2 or 3 weeks whether that was funded.
Oh, good.
Right.
I have something to say. Once again, Laura.
Where are you?
Yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to do some good with us. Like, we go back to school and tell people what we've done in the summer fairs and I'm really tired. And it's really because of you. Like, when we first started, we didn't work in departments at all. We just really, played drums and we went out to lunch and we went to the movies and we went to cafes and that was really awesome too. Like, you spend money on us. Like, you let us get whatever we want when we go out. So, we really appreciated that. And like, we decided to kind of something like we have that
Right back at each and every one of you. It's amazing to see what 3 years can create. Oh, wow. And speaking of thank yous, we've got a couple of folks. We had speakers come in each workshop this year, which was new. So we had folks every Thursday and Friday when they did their workshops. Everyone from patients who are here at the hospital to come in and talk about what it's like living on the streets, what are some of the challenges of not having your health be where you want it to be. Everyone to having Toussaint, the COO of the hospital, came in and spoke, and his experience as a Black man, figuring out his role in a leadership capacity here at the hospital. And so there are a few folks who are here who were part of that speaking, so we're going to do a couple of thank yous, and I'll let each person say why they wanted to say a particular shout out.
So first, we'd like to thank Richard for coming in and telling his story. I think it really hit us a lot because it just let us know and shows us that no matter what your racial background is, you can actually do it.
Yeah, that's
Julie Otway. She's the nurse manager, but she had to step out. Director, excuse me, sorry. So I really do really like, she really inspires me because she's like, you know, she's the boss. Like, she's the one that can tell you if you get the job or not. You know? So, not only am I gonna be friends with her because I want to work here, but because she's such a powerful woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, she came from an island where people like her don't leave and go to New York for college and succeed. And, you know, now she's here hiring people, and she's the one who tells you if you get to have the job or not. So I really do appreciate her and all her encouragement and, you know, all of her inspiration and how the steps that you need to take to become a nurse and what you need to do to be here, because not everybody gets to have the opportunity like this. And she really, you know, lets you know, okay, this is what you need to do. And if you're serious about it, then this is what you have to do. So shout out to Julian.
All right, so is anybody else? No? And we also have our first group of graduates this year. So the folks who started 3 summers ago, several of them have graduated. Let's see, 3 of them have graduated. One is starting her nursing program on Monday. Ready to go to school. So she is, it's amazing. And we have Libby. Who's gonna come up. Yay. And so Libby lost both her parents here in the last year. And so she is, in addition to having a lot of loss here, she's going to start working in the NICU next week.
Oh my goodness.
That this hospital also cares for. Yes. And so on behalf of Lori and Chris, with whom I cannot imagine we could have pulled off twice the number of young people as we expected this year. Talk about getting organized. Like, we had to pull a lot together really quickly, and it's amazing all of the folks who have jumped in. Susie seeing a whole bunch of young kids of color through the hospital, and instead of jumping back and looking like there was a crisis, instead she jumped right in and said, hey, we want to add kids to OT. And that's not always the response around here. The last 2 summers, it took a lot for folks in the hospital to get used to seeing large groups of young kids of color moving around this place. It's not a normal sight, or it wasn't a normal sight. And the fact that it is a normal sight now, and that folks are saying, hey, we want you in our program. We want you to come to the clinics now, not just in the acute care. Really speaks to the heart of the general, and so thank you to everyone, and we really do look forward to next year.
Thank you. You guys have done an amazing job.
Anyhow, yeah. Thank you. We would love shout outs. Any ideas you've got, any suggestions, things we need to think about?
Contacts.
No? Yes, exactly. New ideas. We're going to be doing a pathway so that the steps to educational opportunities after graduation awful lot of people, and so having the faces that you see up here being part of those training programs is hugely important to the patients here, to the staff here, I mean, as you've heard today, and certainly to those of us involved with CFOs. So thank you again, everyone.